What's up, Noah? What up, Daniel? What do you got? You got the Rams, or do you have the Seahawks? Start poll. What is Tex talking about? Is that my Terry signed hat? Yes. What, Rex Ryan was on the screen? I know nothing about what he was saying. What up, Sean? What's up, y'all? My gut tells me the Rams are taking this. Okay. Well, there's the gut. Oh, Rex Ryan on the screen. I got you. What does it say? I don't know. But all right, Seahawks slight favorites at -1.5 at home. Well, that's what it opened, and then it closed at -2.5. Is what it, or I should say, it's what's current right now. The over/under 45.5. Seahawks slight favorite according to the ESPN matchup predictor. We got two quarterbacks that played extremely well this year. Two receivers, number 1 and 2 in the league. Oh, here's Zach Top for the national anthem. There you go. All right. Got the national anthem. Two country guys singing today for the two games. One day we'll be able to buy Commanders NFC Champions t-shirts, the Super Bowl champion t-shirts. Mark my words. There you go. I'm in. I'm in for it. $23 of you are here early and often. Appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. So we had the first game as New England and Denver. Denver fell at home. New England took it. So will the Rams do the same? Go into another team's building, take the W, and head to the Super Bowl to face the Patriots. Where is this Super Bowl, actually? It will be... Super Bowl 60 is in California. Levi Stadium, California. Interesting. So it would be a home game for Los Angeles. Lehigh Stadium in Santa Clara. It has served as the home venue of San Francisco. Well, there you go. If you don't know, now you know. All right. Seattle 2.5-point favorites, according to ESPN's matchup here. Can Sam Darnold do it? Make it to the Super Bowl? Very unlikely after what happened leaving the Jets, bouncing around a couple of teams with the Panthers and the Vikings, and now finds himself one game away from the Super Bowl here in Seattle. Incredible. What up, Pig? Going to watch the NFL highlight replay of earlier. See you in a bit. Sounds good. Patriots have scored 54 points this postseason. That is the fewest points a team that has played at 3 postseason games has scored to appear in the Super Bowl. I believe it. I mean, they are definitely being carried by their defensive side of the football, but that's the name of the game. It's the ultimate team sport. I mean, you could definitely argue that he's done enough to lose those games. I mean, how many turnovers has Drake May had, right? But they haven't, and that's the name of the game. Win at any means necessary, because nobody goes back and just double checks. Wait, how many of those Super Bowls actually matter in the sense of that you made a serious contribution? Doesn't matter. They say Patriots quarterback Tom Brady had 7 Super Bowls. It is what it is. How many Super Bowl MVPs do you have? Not even that many. Right? Arguably his best game was in a loss against the Eagles, where they were in an absolute shootout. So it's just a wonky way to do it, but hey, eventually it does matter. Winning at all cost is the name of the game. I'd pull a Skip Bayless on their buns. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we're about to get this game underway. Can't quite see who's going to get the ball first yet. And it looks like Seattle will kick it off to the Los Angeles Rams to get this thing started. Here is the Seattle home field, the home of the 12th man. They are loud and roaring here. What will the Rams do? They play here every single season. Matt Stafford has played here several times now since coming back over from Detroit. Here comes Myers to get this thing started. It looks like a beautiful day in Seattle. There's the kick, and we're off like a herd of turtles. Going to be caught at about the 6-yard line. Whittington on the return to the left side hesitates, and we'll get to about the 31-yard line before he's brought down by the Seattle special teamers. Seattle's defense was absolutely suffocating to the Niners last week. Matt Stafford, the last time these two teams faced, actually had a fantastic day, threw like crazy in that loss in overtime. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks also had a great day offensively. So what kind of day will we get? In the two games, these 3 points separated these two teams. 2 points the Rams won, 1 point the Seahawks won. Single back formation, takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Here's Kyren. Kyren straight ahead, and Kyren will get a gain of about 4 as Jones comes flying up. Ooh, little pushing and shoving after the end of the play. They're talking to Barton afterwards. No flags this time, but they are giving him a stern verbal warning that will not be tolerated the rest of this game. All right. At the 40-yard line. 35-yard line. 2nd and 6. 2 receivers each way. Matt Stafford goes into the shotgun. Kyren Williams on his right takes the snap. 4-man rush. Quick throw to the left side. Looking for Puka. Puka does bring it in. Gets only a gain of a couple. Setting up now 3rd down and 4. Puka Nacua gets his first target early so far in this game. Now it's 3rd down and 3. Really 3rd down and 4. Under 14 minutes to play. This is the opening drive of the NFC Championship game. 3rd down and 4. 2 receivers each way. Matt Stafford scanning the field, takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking, pumping. Quick throw over to the right side. Looking for Puka, and incomplete. Great coverage by Tariq Woolen. He was all over Puka there. Puka couldn't quite locate the football, and that is a punt coming. Yeah, great coverage all over him. Just perfectly done. Matt Stafford gets a quick 3 and out on the first one. Evans in to punt it away. Rashid Shaheed had a special team touchdown last week against the Niners. Been fantastic since coming over from New Orleans. There's the kick, and it will be fair caught at the 19-yard line there. So that is where Sam Darnold and the offense will come onto the field with 13:33 to go in the first quarter. This will be their first possession of the game. $26 of you in here early and often. I know that most of you are regulars, so if you haven't already, please hit that like button. It helps a ton. I didn't know Marshawn Lynch had a photographer pass. I saw somebody that was on the sideline as well. I think I know who you're talking about. All right. So Kenneth Walker is going to get the start today. No Zach Charbonnet in this game. He got hurt last week. Pistol formation here. Takes the snap, fakes the pass to Njigba, and hands it to Walker. Walker finds a crease late, and Cameron Curl has to bring him down after a gain of 5 to their own 24-yard line. All right, Sam Darnold breaks the huddle. 4 receivers to the right side. Man in motion here is Kupp from right to left. Jackson Smith and Jigba off the line near the running back spot. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap. Pumping. Darnold scanning the field over to the middle and incomplete. Looking for JSN. Lamon on the coverage. Knocks it down. 3rd down and 5 now for the Rams. Lamon has been a very solid linebacker for the Rams in this playoff run thus far. Nate Landman. Couple of ex-commanders in the secondary, of course, with Cameron Curl and Emmanuel Forbes. All right, Cooper Kupp goes in motion into the backfield now. 2 running backs in the backfield here with Darnold in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Darnold steps up, going deep down the right sideline. Has a step, is Rashid Shaheed! And Shaheed gets tripped up from behind. But Rashid Shaheed put the double move on Williams or something. He got big separation. Not sure if it was a double move or the Jets. Let's take a look here. Nope, that's just the Jets. Rashid Shaheed just does his thing off the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need any sort of double move. Just needs a quick little release, and he is off to the races. Sam Darnold's throw just a little bit light, allowing the defender to get back into the play, but he will still be smiling after that one. All right, single back formation at the 25-yard line of the Rams. Quick throw to the right side is JSN, who makes the first guy miss. Little hesitation, step into the red zone. Goes the Seahawks with another first down. Gain of 16 down to the 9-yard line. Here come the Seahawks early. Yep, he gave no safety help either. Rashid Shaheed just one-on-one with Williams. That makes a very easy call for Sam Darnold. Just give my guy a chance. Don't even need to be fancy. Don't get too creative. Just throw it where he could get underneath it and make the grab. All right, here we go. First and goal at the 9. Single back formation here is Walker. 4 seconds of the play clock. Tight end in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Walker finds a crease to the backside, and he's going to get tripped up for a gain of 9. Landman comes up and makes the tackle. 2nd and goal from the 6. Did I say a gain of 9? I meant gain of 3. 2nd and goal. 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No, he does. He said he enjoys photography. Oh, good for him. Is Seahawks defense ranked number 1? I don't think technically, but they are fantastic. Single back formation here. Sam Darnold scanning the field. Puts a man in motion here. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Walker. Walker will only get... Oh, he's going to fight for a couple extra. Stays on his feet. Still going. And spins down at the 2. No whistles to blow that thing dead, even though momentum was clearly stopped. But he just kept those legs a-churning and somehow spins out of there for a gain of 4 down to the 2. Here we go. Third down and goal at the 2. Single back formation here. Sam Darnold. Scanning it. Darnold takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Walker bouncing it to the right side. Can he find the edge? Yes, he can! And 3 straight runs for Kenneth Walker. Finds the Seahawks into the end zone first here. 6-0, pending an extra point. Bang! Man, just like that, a quick first drive touchdown for the Seahawks. And Matt Stafford and Sean McVay will have their work cut out for him here against not only the Seahawks' incredible defense, but against the crowd 12th man. Myers from the left hash we have. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. And it's now 7-0 with 9:57 to go in the first quarter. In 2025-2026, Seattle Seahawks frequently ranked number 1 and number 2 in several key categories. Yeah, I mean, I guess it also depends. I do agree. Like, what does that mean for number 1? I don't think they were the number 1 fantasy defense all year, which obviously kind of accumulates a lot of different things. But if we just look at stats, team, complete defense, 2025. Regular season. In yards per game, they were 6th. And then points per game, they were number 1. So they are the number 1 ranked defense in points per game, which is obviously very important. Just edging out the Texans at 17.4. So 17.2 for Seattle. In yards per game, they were 6th. Let's see what they were in the turnover differential. Let's just do total. In turnovers total, they were also ranked 6. Interceptions, they were ranked 5. Fumbles, they were ranked not even in the top half of the league. Where'd they go? Oh, way down here. So forced fumbles, or the fumble recoveries have not been their forte. For interceptions has been very strong for them, as they have a total of 18 interceptions on the year, totaling 25. So, yeah, it depends on what you mean by number 1. Number 1 scoring defense, yes, they were. And then in the postseason, they've been super great. Obviously, just destroying San Francisco last week. Why does Darnold got a bad rap? He started with the Jets, looked pretty bad. Then went over to Carolina, looked pretty bad. Looked okay in Minnesota. Didn't seem like he was going to be the answer there, though. But it's those reasons of why. Like, my view from Sam Darnold really comes from that Carolina time. That it just, yeah, he just is not a very good quarterback. But, you know, hey, if he gets experience and gains it, and he obviously looked fantastic against us. Watched him against the Rams on that Thursday night game. Looked really strong then. And obviously last week destroying the Niners. He didn't need to do much, but he did plenty. And now this one, he had a really good drive to start the game, so experience matters. He got mono in New York and sat out a game. Yeah, it's just that simple. Yeah, quick 3.5 minute, 81-yard drive, 7 plays, quick 7 points. I bet Minnesota would have liked to have him this year. He won 14 games for them last year. Yeah. Yep. Here comes the kick from Darnold. Sorry, from Myers. We're talking about Darnold. It's going to be caught at the 4-yard line by Whittington, returning straight ahead, and he's only going to get to the 27-yard line. The Seattle special teams was really strong last week, and it continues this week. So Matt Stafford coming back on the field. Oop, more chippiness after the play. Rivers in a sea of green. All right, Matt Stafford ready to enter the huddle. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now down by 7. Matt Stafford scanning the field under center. Single back formation. Puts a man in motion here from right to left. Now back to right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Straight ahead and falls forward for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Rams. Oh, that's fun. Julian Love was the man of the year for Seattle, or is that man of the year for the entire league? Good for him. Either way. 3 receivers to the left. Single back formation here is Corum. Takes the snap. Play action. Looking. Pressure coming. Going deep down the right sideline. Puka has a step, and Puka comes back for the football, and it's a big gain on Witherspoon. Puka Nacua clapping it up. Puka Nacua, the last time these two faced, absolutely went nuclear. Had the game go-ahead touchdown in overtime for the Rams, but had well over 200 yards, I believe 3 touchdowns that day. So he's going to continue that this time. Let's look at the game log here. Last time he played Seattle, Thursday night, he had 12 for 16, 225 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Takes the snap, looking, going deep down the right sideline, looking for Nacua again this time. Not quite on the same page. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Rams. Puka's so good. Yeah, he is. All right, 2nd and 10. What's Sean McVay going to dial up here? Talked about before the game, he was not wanting to show fear against this crowd. A lot of other teams come into this building facing this 12th man, especially in this environment, come in with a lot of fear. His key to success is to say, nah, we're coming in here excited, ready to play. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking, pumping. Now throws it again. Back shoulder this time for Devontae. He wants a flag. Not going to get it. And here going to say incomplete, as in not able to be caught, whether it was holding or not. So 3rd down and 10. Devontae Adams comes over, gives number 29 a word. So now it's 3rd down and 10 here for the Rams. All right. In the shotgun, 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Pumping. Now he's going to throw underneath. Not on the same page again with Puka Nacua. This time it goes into the dirt. 4th and 10, and the Rams will have to settle for a field goal here. My boy Harrison Mavis coming back into the game. Love Mavis. What a kicker. Try to get his team on the board here. All right, from the right hash. 4th and 10. It's a 44-yard attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. The left side of the uprights a little bit, but it does go through, and it's now 7-3 with 8:15 to go in the first quarter. 41 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. We got 54% of you picking the Seahawks. Very close poll here. It's a great game. It's a close game. That's pretty much exactly actually what the ESPN matchup predictor had starting this game. If we come back over here, it was I believe a 50, can I get a kickoff? Right at kickoff, it looks like it says 52 point something. I think even before the game, it was at 54% to 46%. So the chat is pretty well split, just like the ESPN matchup predictor. I think I had it on my screen earlier. Let's see. Right at the start of the game. Yeah, 54.5 to 45.5. Yeah, it was exactly that. Tim, were you able to take the boys into the snow? We didn't do that this year yet. We probably do that tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to have work tomorrow, so we'll probably do that sometime tomorrow, but we kind of just decided to take a chill day. It was a busy week for us and a lot going on, so we actually, even when James went down for a nap, we took a nap. It was nice. That's cool that the Pats D lineman they brought up last night off the practice squad got a finger on that kick. Oh, did he really? You're talking about the one that Will Lutz missed to potentially tie that? That's crazy. Good for him. All right, here we go. Mevis to kick it away. 8:15 to go. Seahawks will get the ball for the second time today. Just had a nice drive to score a touchdown quickly last time. Can they repeat that? They'll be back into the end zone here for Shaheed. He's going to kneel it down. Not going to take it out of the back of the end zone. So it's now 7-3 at their own 35-yard line. Here comes Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, very strong year. Had quite a few interceptions, 14 interceptions on the year with 25 touchdowns, but he did throw 4,000 yards, and he's looked good here in the playoffs. And stepped up big a lot of times when the team needed it as well. I think about that Rams game, had a fantastic drive to win it in overtime, went toe-to-toe with Matt Stafford. It's been great. Man in motion here is Varner, I believe. No, takes a snap, hand off to the left side. Bouncing it is Walker, and Walker will fight off the first tackler and get a gain of 5. That dude is a tough son of a gun to bring down. Former Michigan State Spartan. 2nd and 5. He's got to play for both him and Zach Charbonnet this time. Charbonnet, usually a fantastic spellback for Seattle. There's Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks. A lot of teams are potentially interested in him as a head coach when he finally goes ahead and either wins the Super Bowl or exits the playoffs. Takes the snap, play action, rolling to his left side. Darnold looking, scanning, pumping, checks it down underneath to Barner, and Barner does fumble it, but it goes out of bounds immediately after a first down. So another first down here for Seattle at their own 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Sam Darnold. Good job on a sell on that fake. Here we go. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2 receivers each way. Single back formation. Darnold goes in motion as Rashid Shaheed from left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Walker. Walker's got a big gap. Walker slips the first tackle, but then gets tripped up. But not until after a gain of about 7 or 8 on the play. And 2nd down and short coming up here for Seattle. Kenneth Walker early in this game, 6 carries, 27 yards, and a touchdown thus far. Walker's a beast, yep. Single back formation again. 2nd down and 2. Man in motion here is Bobo. Stays on the left side. Takes the snap. Handoff. Up the middle, Walker. Walker with a nice shake and bake. He can run right through you or he can run around you. Word puts that crown on himself. Look at that. And it's a nice gain of 8 and another first down for Seattle. And this could be ugly if the Seattle team gets rolling against their division rival just like last week. I mean, when Kenneth Walker's playing like this, oh, that angle was beautiful. He had that linebacker lost. 7 carries, 35 yards so far for Walker and a touchdown. 5.5 to go here in the first. 3 receivers bunch to the right side, pistol formation. Takes the snap, play action. Darnold looking, sets up a screen here to Walker. Walker's got his blockers. Walker's with a nice move again, and he's not another first down. Good for about 14, down to the 24-yard line of the Rams. This Rams defense needs to start turning the screws to get some sort of defense locked up, because right now, Sam Darnold and the Seahawks, Clint Kubiak, have this team on their heels. All right, 1st and 10. Under center goes Darnold again. Walker, the running back. 3 receivers bunch to the left side, takes the snap. Hand off to Walker, puts his foot in the ground. This time, he gets eaten up there by Kobe Turner for a 1-yard loss. So it's now 3rd down and 11 coming up here for the Seahawks. Excuse me, 2nd down and 11. All right. Darnold in the shotgun. 2 receivers each way now. Scanning the field. Looks like man-to-man defense coming from the Rams. Takes the snap. Looking, quick throw to the left side. It'll be caught by JSN. JSN stays in bounds and takes a ride there on as he's pushed out of bounds for a gain of about 7.5 or so. 3rd down and manageable here as they enter the red zone for the Seahawks. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's Mike McDonald. Everybody loves offensive-minded head coaches, but we might have 2 defensive-minded head coaches taking this field in the Super Bowl. Pistol formation, 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Man in motion is Shaheed from right to left. Darnold on 3rd and short, takes the snap, play action, rolling to his left side, looking, Darnold throws it down to the left side, one-hand snag, and does he bring it in? Yes, he does! Jackson Smith-Njigba, a one-hand toe tap sideline grab. That is disgusting. Doop, 1, 2, yes, sir, and that is clean. They hurry up to the line, takes the snap, handoff to the right side here. Bouncing it out is not Walker, the backup running back with Charbonnet out. That is number 31, the running back. Let's see who this is. I'm not familiar. No, it must have been 36. George Hulani? He's their 3rd listed running back behind Cam Akers. 2nd and goal with 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Jackson Smith-Njigba has 3 catches thus far. None better than that last one to keep this drive moving. Single back formation here at the 9. Walker back into the fold. Darnold takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Walker. Walker's going to find a nice crease and get to about the 5-yard line. There is a flag, though, and this time it's going to be on Bradford for a 10-yard holding penalty. Seahawks shouldn't even be this good. I agree with that. Rams defense has been so shaky down the stretch. Yep. Oof. Yep. Puna Ford gets the hold drawn. Pretty easy call there against Bradford. All right. 2nd and goal now from the... What is that? 2nd and goal from the 19. 3 receivers to the left side. Man in motion here is Njigba. Takes the snap, pumping again. Now setting up a screen here to Walker. Walker on the backside has some blockers, and he's going to get back those penalty yards. Now it's 3rd down and 9. Sorry, third down and goal from the 9. Minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Seattle doing a great job using the clock to their advantage here at this point. 7 minutes off the clock. All right, 2 receivers each way. Darnold in motion here is Kupp right to left. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Blitz might be coming from the Rams. They just fake it. Steps up. Throws it to the left side and incomplete, looking for Barner. And both guys looking for a flag, and neither one going to get it. 4th down at the 9-yard line will be a field goal attempt to make this a 7-point game again. Good job for the Rams defense. Oh, wow. Yeah, I would see why. I would see why there's a flag against A.J. Barner potentially, but no call, and it will be a field goal coming from Jason Myers. Jason Myers right now in his postseason career, 7 for 9, 56 long, and this is going to be a nice little chip shot for him, as it's a 27-yarder from the right hash. We have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. No doubter right through the uprights. Under a minute to go in the first quarter, and the Seahawks have the lead 10-3 as the Rams will get the ball back. The Rams DB got mushed. Yeah. Playoff football, take the points. Yep. Well, 4th and 9. Nobody's really going for it on 4th and goal from the 9 now, especially not this early. 4th and goal down from the 2, maybe we have a different conversation. $46 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Great game of brewing here in the NFC. Now, it was obviously it was a nasty weather game. A lot of a lot of snow, but it was a good game. It was at least a good game. Teams need to stop going for it early. Playoff football is more competitive. Look at their records. Take the points. It's a good thing to keep an eye on the math-wise of like guys that have decided to take the points versus go for it. What is the odds on that? Here we go. Mike McDonald, 8 straight wins. Impressive. Really tough strength of schedule as well. Here we go. There's the kick from Myers. Caught about the 10-yard line. Reddington returning from the left side, and he will get past the 30 to about the 35-yard line. Not a very good kick there for Myers. Yeah, he says, my fault, my fault. Gave him too close. Mm-hmm. 48 to go in the first quarter. 10-3. Rams get a touchdown on the board here, or the Seattle defense continue to be as stingy as any team in the playoffs. Single back formation here is Williams. Man in motion is Puka. Takes the snap, handoff up to the left side, and Williams finds a little small crease, gets a gain of about 3.5 on the play. And Jones will make the tackle. All right, could be the final play of the first quarter here. Matt Stafford goes under center. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Darnold scanning the field. Not Darnold, excuse me. Stafford takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Kyren Williams with a great run right up the gut will get them to the 50-yard line. And that is where the Rams will start this second quarter down by 7. Again, both times these two teams played earlier this season. The away team won. No, but the home team won, rather, right? Now I'm second guessing myself. I think it was actually the home team won. It was at Seattle, lost, exactly. And then against Seattle at home. So, excuse me, the home team won in both cases. As soon as I said it, it didn't sound right to me. But it was a 2-point game for the Rams at home and a 1-point game for the Seahawks at home. So we are looking to have a fantastic game yet again to potentially send us to the Super Bowl. 45 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Seahawks going all the way. Too many weapons. They do have a lot of weapons on both sides of the football. That is a fact. It's pretty impressive what they've been able to put together. It's very true. You know what? I just thought about this. We could do the hard mode Weddle real quick. Hard mode. Let's go with Ernest Jones, because why not? I just saw him make a tackle. We are not on the defensive side of the football. We're not on the NFC side of the football, so we're going to go back to the AFC. Let's go with Herbert. I don't know if this fits, but I'm going to try to be quick. Okay. It's not a quarterback, but we are an offensive player. Could be a tight end, maybe. Let's go with AFC tight end in the not AFC West. Let's go with Freiermuth. Okay, never mind. He must be hurt. Washington's hurt too, right? Yep. Likely. Not a tight end. Okay. So we're 6'5". Interesting. Single back formation. 3 receivers to the right. Man in motion is Puka Nacua. Takes the snap. Jet sweeping it to Puka. Puka turns upfield and gets hit hard for a gain of 4. Man, that was... Oh, Puka Nacua loses his helmet. Number 42 in on the tackle. That is Thomas. Drake Thomas comes flying in. Loving that. All right, here we go. 14.5 to go here in the second quarter. Matt Stafford goes into the shotgun here on 2nd and 6. Devontae Adams one-on-one out wide to the right. Takes the quick snap. looking to that way, goes to Davante Adams, who makes the catch, and he makes his corner fall, and then he's get tackled by the safety after a nice gain of 23 yards. Just one-on-one with Witherspoon. Woo! He was actually hanging on to... That's hilarious. He hung on to Davante Adams, and Davante Adams made a cut and just threw him. He was like hanging on to a dog mushing. Like a pack of dogs. Jeez. All right, single back formation here. Matt Stafford scanning. Single back formation. And in motion is Puka. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Kyron. Kyron bounces it to the right, and then he will get tackled for no gain. 2nd and 10 now at Seattle's 23-yard line. $13:15 to go in the second quarter. Matt Stafford in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, goes over the middle of the field, attacking. No, incomplete. Looking for Davante Adams, and Amonori on great coverage to knock it down. Awaneri, he's a rookie? I didn't realize Awaneri's a rookie. Why did I forget that? I thought he was like a 2nd or 3rd player now. But no, he's a 2nd-round pick going against Davante Adams toe-to-toe. Have a night. 3rd down and 10, Matt Stafford in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left side. Adams again to the right. One-on-one. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Adams pressure, Stafford pressured, and down goes. Oh, fumble! But it is scooped up, and it's a sack. Is Sor Nwosu. Oh, that makes it interesting. That's a big sack. And they will have to settle for a field goal, a long one. Oh, that's a face mask missed. They miss a face mask. Oh, snap. All right, here we go. Mavis to make it a 4-point game again from the right hash. We have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. The 50-yard attempt does knock it through. Oh, it kind of faded to the right there at the end. But it is good. 12-11 to go, and we still have a game. Look at this. Face mask clear as day. Sean McVay is looking from the sideline and saying, yo, why didn't you call a face mask, bro? John Snyder is an amazing GM. Fun fact, he was here with Marty Schottenheimer, and then Danny Boy fired them to bring in Vinny Serrato. Now that is a brilliant chef's kiss move by the great Dan Schneider. I would expect nothing less from the great Danny Boy. Mm-hmm. 53% picking the Seahawks. It's a battle. What's the ESPN matchup predictor saying now? 66% chance the Seahawks winning right now. I think it's probably a bit aggressive, but obviously Seahawks at a good spot with the lead, getting the ball back at home. The Seahawks do get the ball at halftime, though, as well. So, all right, I see the math working. Okay. Fair enough. Marty clashed with the Danny, and that was the end of our hope and continued misery. Yeah. I mean, as soon as Dan Snyder bought the team, that was the end, right? That was the beginning of the end. All right, here we go. Evans to kick it away for the Rams. 12-11 to go in the second quarter. Still a one-score game. Seahawks getting the ball in the end zone again. So 35-yard line is where they will start this next drive. All right. Single back formation here. Takes the snap. Play action. Darnold looking. Pressure coming. Steps up. Has to get rid of it. And does. And finds Jackson Smith-Njigba for a gain just past midfield. Gain of 16. 49-yard line of the Rams. Sam Darnold. Good protection. Yeah, the Seahawks are doing a great job. Just building this roster. Strong across the board. That's why you can just bring in a veteran quarterback like Sam Darnold and compete. Pistol formation. 11.5 to go here in the second. Takes a snap. Fumble! Sam Darnold has to jump on it and just not lose extra yards. So it's a loss of 9 on the play. 2nd and 19. Sam Darnold getting a little excited to have to hand the ball off quickly. Instead, doesn't make sure he catches the football. 11:15 to go here in the second quarter. Yeah, I mean, it's a slightly low snap, but he definitely should have been able to have it. He just looked away before he actually caught it. 2nd and 19, they hurry up to the line. 30 receivers bunch to the left side. JSN on the right with Williams. Garner now motions from left to right. 2 receivers each way. 3 seconds to the play clock. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up, some pressure coming, and down goes Darnold. Braden Fisk. I think he had 3 guys touching him at one point, and yet somehow he's the one that comes away with a sack. Look at the slide protection his way. Yeah, Lucas touched him. The guard touched him. The center never quite got a hand on him, but he looked like he was sliding his way at one point. Braden Fisk just splits them all and finds a way to get to the quarterback. Fantastic. 3rd and 27 now. Soft coverage coming from the Rams. Darnold in the shotgun, takes the snap, handing it off up the middle here just to try to get some yards back for the punter. And he will get a gain of about 4. So 4th down and a country mile will turn into a punt, and the Rams will have an opportunity to take their first lead of the game if they can get their first touchdown of the game. So, hey, we got a long way to go before this game is over. Danny Heiner, Jim Sword instead of Greg Williams. Yep. Drake May is going to the Super Bowl. This is exactly why I didn't want to have. This is exactly why I did not want Drake May to make the Super Bowl. That's exactly why. I don't even hate Drake May anymore. But this is exactly why. There's the kick from Dixon. And back to receive at their own. Oh, fumble! But he scoops it up himself. Oof. Smith does make the scoop. So that'll be where the Rams will get this next drive. Just keep it close, Rams. You got this. There you go. I'm old enough to remember that the great Gibbs years with Bobby Beathard, best GM Washington ever had. Yep. Yup. Can't even be happy for me because somebody's just going to come in and talk about how our guy sucks. It's just annoying, man. It's just obnoxious, but 'tis the world we live in. We'll do better in the upcoming season. Yep, we'll see what we are able to snag, and we'll see what happens. Who knows? All right, here we go. 9:18 to go in the second quarter. Seahawks 10, Rams 6. Rams have the football now in the pistol formation. Yep, goes under center. Single back. Two receivers bunch each way. Man in motion here, right to left. Takes the snap. Hand off to the left. Here is Williams. Williams will have a nice gain. Still going for a gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up now with just about 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. First possessions. 2nd and 3. Matt Stafford goes under center. Bunched up again. Puka Nacua goes in motion left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff straight ahead is Kyron. Kyron with a nice jump step. And he finds the crease to get a first down. Gain of 4. This will not be another RG3. Team Daniels is an excellent pocket passer. I'd rather had 12 round drafts back then. Wow. That's a lot. That is a lot. 8:15 to go here in the second quarter. Eight minutes to go. Single back formation, man in motion here, right to left. Skornick takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Kyron Williams with another nice jump step. He'll get a gain of 5. We just need to stay healthy. Agreed. A guy is rookie trying to learn. Oh, yeah. All right, 7.5 to go here in the second quarter. Stafford scanning the field in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Looking, quick throw to the left side. Caught, turns up field here, and first down is Parkinson. Parkinson will get them to their own 35-yard line. And I feel like this drive was like, hey, it's been moving pretty good. And then they just get to their own 35. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Sean McVay, what are you going to dial up this time? Still barking with refs, making sure he gets his calls that he wants. The constant battle of an NFL ref, or just a ref in general, going against a coach. Takes a snap. Man in motion Stafford throws over the middle. Caught by Puka Nacua, and he gets crushed by 4 defenders at the same time. Gets up hyped. 6.5 to go now in the second quarter. And that's going to put them in Seattle territory at the 44-yard line. A little silent count. Look at that. They're punching the center's butt to go on silent count. All right. 6:15 to go here in the second quarter. Stafford scanning the field. Man in motion is Whittington. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is Corum. And not much there. Gain of nothing on the play. 2nd and 10 now at Seattle's 44-yard line. All right. 5.5 to go with the second. The receivers bunch to the left side. Single back formation. Scanning the field. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle is Kyron. Kyron bounces it to the left. He's got room. Excuse me, it's Blake Corum. And Corum will get down to the 25-yard line. Gain of 19. Fresh set of downs here for the Rams. So funny from the side angle how similar Kyron Williams and Blake Corum look. You could say Sean McVay has a type of running back he's interested in. The size, just everything about him. It just seems so similar. It's funny. Until you see that 2 flash from the 22 rather than the 23, that's when you know. All right, Kyron Williams back into the game. Single back formation. Nacua goes in motion left to right. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here is Kyron. Kyron will fall forward for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Rams. Tim, did you get hit by the winter storm? Yes. All right, scanning the field here is Stafford. Stafford in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap, looking to throw. 4-man rush, quick throw underneath. It'll be caught by Puka Nacua, who turns upfield for a gain of 8 to the 17-yard line. It's going to be now 3rd down and 1. So they're going to give him 9 on the play. All right. Tim, why didn't Donovan Edwards even get a look at this year? The running back for Michigan? I'm not sure. Oh, that's right. We did have him at one point, didn't we? On the practice squad. 3.5 to go. Single back formation. Man in motion here is Allen. Left to right, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Kyron. Kyron slips through and gets the first down. Down at the 11-yard line. Sean McVay dialing it up. Just over 3 minutes to go here in this half. Great drive here by the Rams. They needed this badly. If they're able to really milk this clock down and not give them, they can't really milk it that much, but they can score a touchdown here. It would be a fantastic opportunity to just make sure they go into halftime not down by 2 scores with the Seahawks getting the ball coming out. 4 seconds, and Sean McVay does not like the call. He calls timeout. Nobody knew that they called timeout there except for the one sideline ref and McVay. All right, 1st and 10 now at the 11 when we come back from the timeout. 2:41 to go in the second quarter. Not again, yeah. We may have won a Super Bowl last year if we had New England's luck. Our schedule was easy last year, but my goodness, New England. Cupcake City, baby. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know. I mean, good for them. They played the team that they had in front of them, and, you know, whatever. It is what it is, you know. It's just going to be annoying talking about how, Drake May's just way better and blah, blah, blah. Takes a snap. Handoff to the right side. Here is Corum. Corum, shaking and baking. We'll get a gain of 1. So that'll bring them to the 2-minute warning. Seahawks have all 3 timeouts. They're not going to use them, it looks like. But the Rams will go ahead and try to see if they can't get him to jump off sides here, 2nd and 8. But most likely not going to actually call this play before the 2-minute warning. Wouldn't make much sense to do so. They go under center, puts a man in motion as Nakua. Rams under center. 2-1, and yeah. The clock was already at 2 minutes when Jaron Reed jumped, so that will be no harm, no foul here. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. When we return, 2nd and 8 or so, more like 2nd and 9. They were at the 10-yard line coming up for the Rams. Don't know. I mean, they could still somehow sneak in another extra first down. That would be huge for them as far as not giving Seattle an opportunity to have a 2-minute drill. But at the end of the day, they need touchdowns. Can they get touchdowns? I don't like the Rams because they cheated against the Bengals in the Super Bowl. The phantom holding call when Bengals were driving for the go-ahead score late, and Donald was offsides on the last play. Okay, Kenny. That's one reason to hate him. I don't know how anyone can watch them play and say May is better, though. It's like watching Lord of the Rings and say that Willow is better. I don't know. All right, I know. Like, winning matters. It's good. Good for them. Good for them. You know? And do we really want to diminish winning? I don't want to diminish winning. But I just wish we didn't even have to go down that path. That's all. That's all. I am very curious what this year is going to bring, though, with the new coaching staff and the new set of players, and how much better can they be? It's going to be really interesting. You want to diminish winning, Pig? Is that because Washington never wins? If we do diminish winning, Kirk Cousins will finally get his roses. Oh, gosh. All right, here we go. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Rams knocking on the door. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 10. Stafford in the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Man in motion here is Parkinson from right to left. Here we go. Reset. Plenty of time on the play clock. Parkinson motions again, takes a snap, looking to throw, and he's going to check it down underneath, and wide open is Kyren Williams. What a play design. They have Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams on the left side. Everybody focusing on them. And from the right side of Stafford, he slips through the offensive line, Matt, and Kyren Williams wide open underneath. Perfect play design. Look at everybody focusing in on Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. Nobody looking for Kyren Williams, and he's the one with the football in the end zone. And the Rams take their first lead of the game here, 12-10, pending an extra point. We have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 13-10, Rams with the lead. What's sweet? Yeah. Yep. We got a game here in Seattle, ladies and gentlemen. This game is incredible. Just playoffs in general. What an incredible playoff run. Everybody's talking about it, but honestly, they deserve their roses, right? I mean, we had a 3-point game here, a current 3-point game there, 3-point game. This was a blowout. The Patriots game was good up until the end. I mean, it was a great one-score game going into the fourth quarter. This one, an overtime game with a 3-point game. Wild card weekend, you had a 3-point game with the Panthers and Rams, 4-point game with the Bears and Packers. You had a 3-point game here with Bills and Jaguars, 4 with the 23-19 with the Eagles and Niners, and then Patriots won the game 16-13. It was a 6-point game going into the fourth quarter, and it was a 1-point game going into the fourth quarter of the Steelers-Rams before it turned into a 30-6 blowout. So, yeah, it's been a fantastic playoffs. You know what we need to go back to? Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. I think the Pro Bowl should be after the Super Bowl. I really do. I hate that the Pro Bowl is smashed in between, and I think it's nice just to see everybody come back, and I want to see that. You know, and then that gives options of people who played in the Super Bowl if they want to come back for the Pro Bowl, blah, blah, blah. But if you're going to the Super Bowl, you're not playing in the Pro Bowl, ever, when it's before the Super Bowl. I hate it. It used to be after the Super Bowl, and I think it was right. Stafford earned his ratings, yeah. When's the last time we had the number 1 in the MVP voting going against the number 2 in MVP voting in the Super Bowl? Has anybody been really talking about that? What am I drinking? I don't know, some diet cola thing from Aldi, the Aldi brand. When's the last time? Yeah, the winner of the MVP faced the runner-up of the MVP in the Super Bowl. He's drinking fun juice. Yeah. All right, there's the kick and into the end zone, and another touchback there for Rashid Shaheed, and it's now 13-10. Seahawks will have all 3 timeouts with 1 minute and 55 seconds to try to get into scoring range. Are you saying Trevor Lawrence isn't MVP, Tim? Of course he is. I'm talking about next year. I just have a sense next year that's going to happen. Here we go. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Sam Darnold in the shotgun. Walker switches sides in the backfield from right to left. Darnold takes that snap. Hand off to the right side is Walker trying to find the outside. Cuts up the middle. And he'll go out of bounds after a gain of just 2. It'll be Turner. Pushes him out of bounds. Excuse me. I don't like that the idea of they just stop the clock there. I mean, it actually obviously works out well if they're able to get the first down, but the whole point of you running the ball on first down is so that the clock runs, and then you can kind of control the clock in that way. Now the clock stopped, and if you get a quick 3 and out, Matt Stafford will have another opportunity. Takes the snap. 4-man rush, looking to throw. Darnold steps up, avoids it. Now tipped and incomplete off the hands of Cooper Kupp, and it's now 3rd down and 9 with 144 to go. Hey, this is what I'm talking about. He went out of bounds on that handoff, and now Matt Stafford might have a lot of opportunity. So let's see what Sam Darnold can do. If he could get this 3rd down and 9, or 3rd down and 8, all is not lost. Sam Darnold in the shotgun here. Empty backfield set, 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Puts a man in motion here, stays on the right side. Darnold takes a snap, blitz coming, has to get rid of it, and incomplete. He had a wide open lane. The backup running back, Kalani. Oh, if that was Charbonnet, that's an easy 1st down and more. There's Charbonnet right there saying, dang it, that's my play right there. And that would have been a big 1st down on a 3rd and 9 to potentially give the Seahawks points. And instead, it is now going to give the ball back to Matt Stafford with an opportunity to get points on the board for him. Tomb is drinking Captain Crunch with crunch berries and milk. Ooh, that sounds good. Fair catch is going to be caught at the 17-yard line. Uh-oh, what's the flag? Holding. Oh, kicking team. Okay. What does it mean? Do they get to add it at the end of the run, or do they have them re-kick? What are they going to call? They're going to tack it on to the end of the run. Okay. Fair play. At the 28-yard line is where Matt Stafford and the offense will come back onto the field with 2 timeouts. Minute and 33 to go in the second quarter. Oh, yeah. Easy call. Just gets tackled on the way to the kicker. That could have been a blocked punt. I mean, honestly, fantastic holding. That holding just made it from the 18 to the 28 instead of a blocked punt going the other way for a potential touchdown. Yeah, give me that holding any day of the week. Mm-hmm. 65. Tim, I remember the Pro Bowl was in the middle of the season, and the Super Bowl champs played against the college All-Stars. That's interesting. There was Forbes. He was on there. Who you want to win, Tim? I want the Rams to win, but I was fearing the Seahawks would win. I picked the Seahawks to win. As far as like a home field, Stafford in inclement weather. You know, the weather's not been too bad today though, so that's certainly helping the Rams right now. The Super Bowl champs playing the college All Stars is actually a lot of fun. Just to show the college All Stars like this is what the real difference is. Like we could toy with you out here. I know a lot of people want to see the worst team play the best college team, but see the problem is that's insulting, right? Wait, the Super Bowl team playing the college team is like to show and like it's a respect thing. Like this is the best the NFL has to offer, and how do you stack up as a college guy? Where it's like this is the worst they have to offer. These guys actually suck. We think that you could actually beat them because they stink, and we want to see it. Like there's not a respect with that level, right? Here we go. 1:33 to go here in the second quarter. Matt Stafford in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Devontae Adams on the left. Stafford changing the protection here. Puts a man in motion here as the tight end from right to left. Takes the snap. Hand off to Kyron. Kyron straight ahead. Kyron will get a gain of 5. And this is exactly what Kenneth Walker was meant to do. Do a quick little run up the middle. See if they can't kill some clock. Now they're going to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers each way. Matt Stafford scanning the field. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Stafford, quick throw to the right, and batted down by the rookie, Amanawari. They're attacking him. It was a little bit thrown there behind Puka Nacua, but Amanawari does a great job to knock it down. All right, clock stops with 3rd and 5 now. Minute and 13 seconds to go. No, minute and 9 seconds, rather, in the second quarter. 3rd down and 5. Two receivers each way. Man in motion. Takes the snap. Oh, pressure coming. Going deep down the left sideline. Tipped away. And Woolen knocks it down. Oh, it's a timeout? Oh, okay. play's negated. He called timeout before the snap of the ball, apparently. All right. Well, there you go. Greatest show on turf, eh? You said the story about being a Rams fan as a kid a few years back. Yeah, I used to root for the Greatest Show on Turf. Yeah, when I was a kid, I liked Kurt Warner and Falk, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, and that clan. Yep. I wasn't really a Rams fan per se, but I rooted for them. Like I was always a Skins fan, but I had a stint where I liked them. Three receivers to the left, takes the snap, four-man rush. Stafford looking, pumping, going over to the right side, and incomplete. Looking for Rivers out of the backfield, and Amon Rory with another PBU, and the rookie coming at Stafford saying, yo, keep coming, baby, keep coming. Wow. That's fantastic by the young man. All right, well, they'll punt it away back to Seattle, and Seattle will have all three timeouts still with a minute or so left. Just under a minute to go. Evans. There's the punt from Evans. Back to receivers, Rashid. And fair catch going to be caught. Oh, somehow snagged that through his own teammates. And it will be at the 26-yard line is where the Seattle Seahawks will start this next drive. 54 seconds remaining. Broncos would have won if Bo Nix was playing. Yeah. I recall the Super Bowl champs playing the college All-Stars. Steelers did play the All-Stars in 1976. The game was stopped because of a severe thunderstorm. Wow. Broncos would have won if a storm of X-Men didn't rain back on Denver today. Tim wasn't a Rams fan. He was a Warner simp. I actually started to really like Warner when he was with the Cardinals because he was my fantasy quarterback that I like to pick, and he was really good. By the way, I'm 68. There you go. Did you see the movie American Underdog back in 2021? Yeah, with Kurt Warner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a whole lot about football. It's mostly about his life and where he grew up and his story, per se. It was good, though. I liked it. Oh, yeah, I never finished this. Not a tight end, so we're probably a lineman, I guess, now. Back to a lineman. AFC East or AFC... could we be Torrance? Has it been that long since Torrance entered the league? Okay, we are an lineman. Oh, is it Tucker? No. Elijah Vera Tucker? The Jets? Hmm. Not for Buffalo. We could be the Patriots. Or we could be the Jets. I don't know. Should we just go with Olu just to see if it is the Jets? It is the Jets. Crap. And it's not Elijah Vera Tucker. Interesting. Elijah Vera Tucker feels so good, though. I don't know. Tim, are you a Washington fan for every sport? Commanders, Capitals, Wizards, Nationals? I am an all DC except for the Orioles. Yep, I am an all DC fan. Correct. Two receivers each way. In the shotgun. Takes the snap. Four-man rush. Looking, pumping. Quick throw to the right side. And caught. Jackson Smith and Jigba, strong hands for a gain of 10, first down. I mean, that's really good coverage here. Attacking the football by Williams, and somehow Jackson Smith-Njigba makes the catch through that bat down. I mean, that's just incredible defense, but better offense. Pistol formation. 49 seconds remaining in the second half. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking. Darnold goes over to the left side and nearly intercepted. McCullough had a chance at that football. Could not quite bring it down. Ooh, Manuel Forbes hasn't been playing in defense all game. Interesting. We got number 7. I didn't know. Yeah, we got pick 7. Yep. All right, 3 receivers bunched to the right side. 44 seconds remaining. Up goes in motion, right to left. Takes the snap, drops back, looking, pressure, steps up, going deep down the right sideline, and a huge hit on Jackson Smith-Njigba. And the clock will stop at the 35-yard line with a timeout. And Jackson Smith-Njigba with a great... Oh, that's not a catch. I mean, with the new rules, I guess it is a catch. No, it's not a catch. That is not a catch. Cam Curl hits the crap out of him, and the ball bounces out. That is an incomplete pass. Look right here. The ball, boop. Oh, the ball bounces big time. That's an incomplete pass. Hello? Are you going to review it? They're not reviewing this? It's a timeout and they didn't review it. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's clear! And they're not even talking about it. I'm disgusted by the replay. Can we just get rid of the replay, please? Sam Darnold in the shotgun. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looking. Quick throw underneath. It'll be caught. And nice moves by Helani. And he's going to get tackled down at the 9. I mean, what is the point of replay? All replays to 2 minutes. And yet, somehow they don't review that, which was clearly not a catch. He jumped, was coming down and got smacked, hit the ball hit the ground and popped up. This is crazy. And they never even review it. Wow. Okay, well, it is what it is. What do we know? Don't let your lying eyes deceive you. Yeah, I just... Oh, man. You are one of us. Here we go. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Darnold puts a man in motion as Helani. Takes a snap and a false start. This one's going to go against Sundel. Vibe reffing is so in right now. Don't surprise me. Puppy. All right. Three receivers to the right. Shaheed goes in motion right to left. Darnold scanning the field. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Go into the end zone and too far into the back of the end zone. Aye. We're about to do bath time. All right, 25 seconds remaining in the half. Here we go. That's Jackson Smith-Njigba. All right, 2nd and goal here for the Seahawks. Can he get it into the end zone from the 14-yard line? Sam Darnold breaks the huddle. 2 receivers each way. Darnold puts a man in motion as Jackson Smith-Njigba from right to left. 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, looking, stepping up, pressure off his back foot. Wide open is Jackson Smith-Njigba! Touchdown, Seahawks! And the Seahawks get back on the board with somehow They did not see that Jackson Smith-Njigba did not catch that deep pass. That is incredible. And the pressure coming. Young bringing the pressure. And Lake just a little bit late, dropping back into his zone. And it's now a 16-13 lead. Seahawks on top. From the left hash, we have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. It's now 17-13. 20 seconds remaining in the half. Can Matt Stafford do anything with one timeout remaining? Little Tim with the blue eyes, yeah. Stafford showing a little frustration there, of course. Jackson Smith-Njigba, dude, he's a dog. He's had some nasty catches tonight. All right, here we go. Don't let Tiny Tim become an Eagles fan. No, we don't play with that. We don't play. Mwah. We don't want to play with that one. All right, look. He's kicking it. There's the kick. He's going to return it. He's going to catch it at the 2-yard line. Running back towards the right side numbers. Tries to slip the first tackle, and he gets tackled at the 29-yard line. They'll have 15 seconds for one more deep shot before the halftime. Y'all got Little Caesar, $5 slices and sticks in your area? Good deal with dipping sauce. There you go. My favorite pizza deal right now is Sam's Club. It's huge pizza, $8.98 plus tax. It's 4 meats as well. Best deal out there. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Looking. Stafford goes underneath. It'll be caught. A little bit of room to run here for the tight end who spins down at the 41-yard line. They will use the timeout with 8 seconds remaining. Is Higbee. This one's Jimmy. This is James. You're James, aren't you? Billy's in the tub right now, isn't he? Isn't Billy in the tub? Yeah. You want to get this thing so bad. All right, you can have it for a second, but all right, let's not play with it. Okay, here we go. Mwah! Can Matt Stafford get it? Oh, look, you got to look at the TV. Mwah! Matt Stafford in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Look. Oh, timeout by the Seahawks. All you want is this thing now. All right, here we go. Final timeout for the Seahawks. Okay, stop. Seriously. Stop. Look, we got to watch the game. Let's not do this. Matt Stafford. Here we go. Look at him. That's Matthew Stafford. Super Bowl winning, not an MVP, but a Super Bowl winning champion. Second half receives the kick. Seattle. All right, 8 seconds remaining. Can Matt Stafford throw a deep shot down one of the sidelines to make a catch to get him inside field goal range? Takes the snap, looking to throw. Stafford looking, pumping. Steps up, avoids it. Now rolling to his left side, and he's going to slide down. Oh, the ball pops out? No, he slid. They're going to say he returns it for, okay. Yeah, no, he went down. He gave himself up. The ball came out after the fact. But, all right, that is halftime. 17-13. Seahawks on top. And we got a ball game here in Seattle. And then we will return. Destroyed the mic, yeah. He tried, didn't he? But anyway, all right, I'm going to go help with bath time quickly at halftime, and I will be back for the second half. Appreciate everybody hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe here in the Tim Sports Talk. All right. I'm back. Here we go. Seattle has the ball. Just ran for a few yards with Walker. And we're at the 25-yard line, 2nd and 5. Here we go. 14.5 to go here in the third quarter. This is still the opening drive of the second half. Seahawks up by 4. Darnold in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Walker goes in motion right to left. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Darnold has time. Throws over to the right side. Has his man JS in. And that's going to be a first down to the 37-yard line. Electric finish coming. Let's see it. Let us see it. All right, single back formation. Walker, the running back, man in motion here from right to left. Seibert. Now Barner goes in motion, takes a snap, fakes the pitch, rolling to his right, pressure coming, has to get around the edge and just gets rid of the football over the head of JSN. 2nd and 10 as Verse was bringing the pressure. I always get those two confused with 8s and 0s. I forget which one's 8, which one's 0 all the time. Did James get booted from not respecting the mic rule? That's right. Let's go. Nah, yeah, we went and did bedtime, and he is now in bed, ready to pass out. 3 receivers to the left. 2nd and 10 at their own 37. Darnold scanning the field, takes a snap, handoff to Walker. Walker trying to find the outside, and yeah, that was a little bit too slow and developing there for the Seahawks. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. It is also an offensive holding in the same breath. Penalty will be declined, and it's now 3rd down and 12. All right, 3rd and 12. Here's Mike McDonald. Mike McDonald. Very different. Showing a little frustration there. 3rd and 12. All right, Sam Darnold goes into the shotgun, scanning the field here. 3 receivers bunched to the right side. Man in motion here is JSN from right to left. Scanning it. Darnold takes a snap. 5-man rush. Stepping up. Pressure. Slipping. And down goes Darnold. Fisk and Verse combined for the sack. 4th and 20. And the Seahawks will be forced to punt out of the gate. Arizona job has the least wanted considering how good the rest of its division are. It is a very tough division you're walking into. That is very true. Very true. Here comes Dixon, ready to kick it away. The snap. And there's the kick. Back to receive, and it'll be... Oh, he muffs it! And the Seahawks jump on it! Smith muffs it, and the Seahawks are in prime field position! Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And Smith, with a huge muffed punt, gives Seahawks huge opportunities here. Smith just completely mistimes it. Way backwards falling, clearly touches it, and Young there to scoop it up. What a punt. Jeez. Smith frustrated with himself, as he should be. That's a massive mistake. I think about, wasn't it the Giants and Niners that this happened, and the Giants ended up going to the Super Bowl and beating the, or is it the Niners? Yeah, wasn't it the Giants and Niners? Where the Giants in 2012 won? What's his name, like Richie James or something like that? Am I crazy? Single back formation. Man in motion. Takes the snap, play action. Looking, has time. Now pocket collapses, goes into the end zone, and it's Bobo! Jake Bobo! Touchdown, Seattle! And Seattle now extends their lead to 23-13, pending an extra point. Huge mistake. So stupid. Just not let it touch you and you're fine. Yep. Yep. All right, here's the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it's now 24-13 with 12:02 to go in the third quarter. We could have the battle of the mics at the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel and Mike McDonald, potentially. Defensive head coaches. A lot of people hating on defensive head coaches lately, right? You think about all of the great offensive-minded head coaches, the Andy Reids, the Kyle Shanahans, the Sean McVays, Kevin O'Connell, Matt LaFleur, Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell. Like so many guys that have been getting a whole lot of credit as offensive-minded head coaches. And now we could have two defensive-minded head coaches here in 2026 competing to see who will win the Super Bowl. Mike and Mike in the morning. Wasn't that a show? Yep. For a long time. Mike Golick and Mike Greenberg. Thought that kind of stuff would have happened in the Broncos game in the snow. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, the muffed punt for sure. 48 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. We have a 50-50 poll right now. Most of these good teams are just lucky. They don't do nothing. They just get everything handed to them. I understand what you're trying to get at. Obviously, it's I mean, they have to have talent as well. But yes, the luck is usually favors the good. That's true. New poll: does the NFL hate its fans? Here we go. Mike and Mike radio show, but also known on TV, last of ESPN's decent shows. Yeah. Here we go. Myers ready to kick it away. There's the kick. And it will be caught at about the 4-ish yard line. Straight ahead. Bouncing it to the left side is Whittington. Whittington slips the first tackle, but cannot escape the next tackle. Saubert comes up with the tackle at the 25-yard line, and that is where the Rams will start this next drive, down by 11. Yeah, that's a great route by Pobo. And what a throw by Sam Darnold. All right. 11:56 to go here in the third quarter. Single back formation. 3 tight ends, man in motion, takes the snap, play action to his left. 9 steps up, going deep down the right sideline, attacking Parkinson. Parkinson down the right sideline, and he's out of bounds. Ooh, Parkinson a little shaken up on the play. Not sure if he got, what had happened? Did he get hit in the gonads or something? Acted really weird on the sideline, or is it just being like a, kind of being sneaky because he's excited? Great throw by Matt Stafford just over the reaching safety's hands. And a great job there by Parkinson to attack the football, not just let it come down to him. Ooh, little extracurricular activities at the end. Uh-oh. Here we go. Single back formation. 2 tight ends on each side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Kyron. Kyron straight ahead, and Kyron fighting forward to about the 32-yard line. Gain of 3. So second and 7 coming up here for the Rams. All right. Second and 7. Matt Stafford enters the huddle. They hurry up to the line. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Davante Adams on the right. Stafford takes a quick snap, looking to his left, now comes back to the right. Going deep down the right sideline, caught by Adams! And he's tackled inside the 2! Davante Adams with a huge catch down the right sideline. Perfect throw by Stafford. Oh, yeah, that was just easy by Davante Adams, one-on-one with Job. Had the safety help and everything, and Matt Stafford attacks that way anyway. First and goal from the 2. Just under 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. This would be bring it back to a 4-point game. Pistol formation, 2 tight ends on the right. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Going to the left side and has his man, Davante Adams, gets his touchdown, and we're back to a 5-point game pending an extra point. Very quick score there by the Rams, and this game is far from over. Easy peasy, that's right. It's a touchdown. Here comes the extra point to make it a 4-point game at 24-20. A great spot for Davante Adams to end up with Matt Stafford. They, I believe, led the league in touchdowns, the 2 of them. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 24-20 with 9:41 to go in the third. Should probably go for 2. I understand what you're saying, but it actually is important to be down by 4 at this point, because you can then make if you score a touchdown and you would be then going up by 3. But I guess you could still go for 2 later. There is that argument though too, because if you're 5, you could go for 2 twice and make it a 3-point game if that's what you want at the end. Going for 2 has actually got some merit. I do agree with that. You want to sleep? I do. This would be the 3rd Rams versus Patriots Super Bowl in the last 25 years. That's crazy, actually. That's right. The 2000, what would that have been? 2001 Super Bowl. Now, and then it was the 2017, 2018, like 17-18 season Super Bowl, and now this one. True. Whoever needed the spread to be more than 50 should be safe now. You have to feel pretty good right now, for sure. I mean, you can't imagine that this is the last scores going to be made between these 2 offenses, so I do agree with that. You learned anything from the playoffs so far? You don't take points off the board. Take them where you can. That's true. It's another very fair point. game's going to come down to the wire. Every point will matter. But both sides can use that argument to their advantage, right? All right. Evans to kick it back to the Seahawks. A quick 2.5-minute drive. There's the kick. And it'll be caught in the end zone, knelt down at their own 35-yard line is where the Seahawks will start this next drive. Sean McVay hyped up on the sideline. Not ready to go home this weekend. It's crazy how Sam Darnold went from 0 to hero out of nowhere. It still shocks me, yeah. 0 to hero. All right, single back formation here. Alani, the running back. There's a man in motion. Bobo stays on the left side, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Straight ahead, and he will fight forward for a gain of about 2.5, 3-ish yards. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Yes, I'm saying it needs to be true for every team. That should be your main focus. Points are hard to come by at this level. You need to take them when you can, yep. Single back formation. 3 receivers bunched to the left side. Man in motion here. This is Saubert. 2 receivers each way now. Darnold changing the protection. 7 seconds to the play clock gets reset. Varner in motion now left to right. Takes a snap. Handoff to the right side. Walker. Not a whole lot of room. And he's going to lose a couple on this one. Johnson comes away with the tackle. Landman in there as well. And now it is a 3rd down and 9 at the Seattle 36-yard line. Yeah, I mean, they're getting all over Kenneth Walker now in the run game. Kenneth Walker had a great first half on the run game. Rams turning it on. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. Quick snap. Sam Darnold looking. Has great protection this time over to the left side. Wide open. Here is Cooper Kupp, and Cooper Kupp makes one move and gets the first down marker. Cooper Kupp had to reach way down there by his ankles to make that grab, but he does make the tough catch, as all these Rams fans had seen so many times before in the other jersey. But from that angle, it didn't look as bad as far as low. The front angle made it look way lower. It was more around like just under the knees. All right, here we go. Single back formation here at their own 48. Shaheed goes in motion, takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Here is Walker. Walker's got good push, and he's got a first down. Pushes the pile. Gain of 11 to the 41-yard line of the Rams. Beautiful. We were just talking about how Kenneth Walker was starting to get bottled up a little bit. Well, he heard me and said, nah, screw you, dog. 11 yards. How about them apples? Landman is a supervillain that raises your rents but make no repairs. Here we go. 3 receivers bunch to the left side. In the shotgun, empty backfield set here for Darnold. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Darnold looking, steps up, throws underneath. He has a man caught, and it will be Halani for a gain of about 8 or 9, depending on the spot. It looks like they will give him 9. 2nd and 1. Coming up here for the Seahawks, under 7 minutes to go in the 3rd. Sam Darnold in the shotgun. Breaks the huddle, goes into the shotgun. The Rams 32-yard line. Pistol formation here. Puts a man in motion is JSN out of the backfield. Takes the snap, zips it out there to JSN. Turns upfield, has room to run, and he will get to the 20-yard line into the red zone. Go the Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks score right before the half. Then they get that turnover, executing beautifully. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third. JSN having a heck of a day. 9 catches, 139, and a touchdown. Offset I formation to the left. Puts Barner in motion right to left now. Takes a snap. Play action. Go into his left side. Wide open is Darnold. Now he's going to check it down underneath. Caught by Barner. And Barner will dive ahead for a gain of about 7 or so. 2nd and 3 coming up here for Seattle. And the Rams hold them to a field goal here. They have a chance at a touchdown to tie this game up so we can have another great game coming down to the wire, or the Seahawks continue to put maximum pressure with the touchdown. 2nd and 3. Single back formation. Kupp goes in motion right to left. 2 tight ends on the right, 2 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Quick throw to the left side, and Bobo could not quite make that grab. A little RPO option there for Darnold, and he lets it get a little bit ahead of him. You're going to have Tiny Tim play football one day because he's got your genetics. He's going to go D1 left tackle. That's funny. I'm not very tall. But I probably won't let him play until high school, to be honest with you. I'll have him play a lot of other sports. Football in elementary school just doesn't make much sense to me, to be honest with you. All right, here we go. In the shotgun is Darnold. 4 seconds to the play clock. 3, 2, takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stepping up, pressure goes to the right side. Caught by Cooper. Kupp into the end zone. And the Seahawks extend their lead back to 10, pending an extra point. The Seattle Seahawks are a dangerous football team all around. It's Sam Darnold, a smooth 19 for 27, 291 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Bang! From the left hash, we have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 31-30. Seahawks remain on top. You know what's crazy? I just had a thought. And yes, I will preface this with I am a Sam Darnold hater. Let's say the Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl. What would a guy like Sam Darnold demand for a trade? Right? Like Sam Darnold's under contract next year, right? They signed a 3-year, $105 million deal. That is cheap. That's so cheap for a starting quarterback, right? So cheap. What would, like, I wonder what they could get for a Sam Darnold. Like, let's say they believe what I believe. You know what? We just built an incredible roster, top to bottom. Like, this roster has been just playing out of its mind fantastic. We don't believe that Sam Darnold is really some elite quarterback that deserves way more money. What could they potentially get? And I feel like if the answer is like a first rounder plus, like a couple of first rounders or some craziness, because people think that Sam Darnold is Super Bowl winning quarterback that's elite, I would make that move, save that cap space, go do it again, go bring in another quarterback, get a young one, and just continue to understand that we are a complete team. We're not a quarterback. It's interesting. I remember telling my dad I want to play football. He said, Dan, you want to hurt people all the time? Never made it to the field. Everyone knows it's Seattle's defense, yeah. RFK Jr. will replace all the skim milk in schools with whole and 2%. I drank a gallon a day when growing up. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not trading JD5 for Sam Darnold. No, that's dead on arrival. But Sam Darnold's 28-6 in his last 2 seasons, and about to go to the Super Bowl, but go get you a first-round pick. Yeah, exactly. Like, what could you get for him? What's the market say? Like, who's coming in over and calling? Like, are the Raiders calling you with the first overall pick? There's the kick. And it'll be caught at the 4-yard line. Here's the return. Whittington dancing. And he will get tackled at the 25-yard line. There's a flag, though. And what's the flag? It's going to be a legal block against the Rams, so that's going to move him back to the 13-yard line. All right. That's Stafford in the offense. They got to keep pace with the Seattle offense now. See what happens. Yes, in real time, I am talking about getting rid of him because I do believe a lot of people think just like you. So if you indulge, all right, you're the other team. What are you getting rid of? What are you trading for Sam Darnold? Here we go. Going deep down the left sideline, caught, turns upfield, Devontae Adams. 4:38 to go in the third quarter. Like if you're the Raiders or if you're the Giants or I don't know, the Dolphins, the Rams that might have Matt Stafford retiring, 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, the Browns, goes over to the right side, caught, and hit immediately is Parkinson. And it's going to be a 47-yard line is where they will be. Oh, and legal contact as well. Someone check what crazy bets involve Adams. He's taking over. Yeah. Ooh, legal contact. So that's the extra 5 yards. So it'll put him at the Seattle 47-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Rams. That's ticky-tack. That's what they called for real? That was very ticky-tack call there against Seattle. 4:08 to go and counting here in the third quarter. 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the right side in the shotgun. Matt Stafford kicks the leg up, now takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Kyren. Straight ahead, and Kyren will get spun down for a gain of 5. I'm a 5'3" center for my freshman high school. I was, rather. Started every game on the freshman team. I swear, looking back at the footage, I looked like a midget. So funny. It's cool that you have that footage, though. Single back formation here for Stafford. Takes the snap, play action. Stafford looking, pumping, avoids it, now throws underneath, caught by Williams, and Williams somehow stays on his feet. No, goes down. Good tackle there by Witherspoon. There is a flag, though. It's going to be against LA for an illegal use of hands. 10-yard penalty, 2nd and 15 at their own 48 now. For me, I'd be concerned about the contract you have to give him. No more 25 to 30 million seasons. Yeah, well, that's what his contract's around 33.5 million right now a year. And what are you trading for him? Here we go. 3:13 to go here in the third quarter. Stafford scanning the field. 3 receivers to the left, single back formation. Matt Stafford changes the protection at the line. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Kyron Williams. And he will get a gain of 4 to the 49-yard line or so. 3.5. So it's now 3rd down and about 12. Trying to hold in the pass rushers sneeze. Yeah. 2.5 to go in the 3rd. In the shotgun. Stafford looking. Pressure. Avoids it. Matt Stafford steps up. Throws over to the right side. And nearly intercepted. Tariq Woolen in on the coverage. 4th and 12. And now the Rams are going to have to punt it away. Ooh, this is scary. I mean, the Seahawks are coming right now big time. And this could get ugly now. Oof. Couple of things went the Seahawks' way and just broke this game loose. Here we go. Think about the muff punt and that catch right before halftime that, I mean, was quite obviously not a catch to me. You hit the ground and popped up, and that was a touchdown drive. And then, of course, the muff punt turned into a touchdown. So it was a 3-point lead for the Rams, have now turned into an 11-point lead for the Seahawks. Oh my God, they just gave him a free first down. Tariq Woolen just gave a taunting call to the Rams for free, and it's a free first down. Are you serious? And he's he's actually walking onto the Rams bench. What a dingbat! Tariq Woolen literally walked on to the bench of the Rams talking smack. Going to the offensive coordinators, going to Matt Stafford. That's insane. Single back formation, takes the snap, play action. Stafford steps up, going deep down the left sideline. Wide open is Nakua. Oh, does he make the catch? For now, the answer is yes. And a free first down turns into a Rams touchdown. Was he actually in bounds? This is insane. Bobbled, caught, and the butt cheek is down. That is a touchdown. Puka Nakua brings it in. Wow. Does it move? That freak. How does he not let it hit the ground? He is a freak of nature, dude. How does they not let him hit the ground? They pull it away. Is this not going to be... Is this an incomplete? Let's see. Does this thing move a lot? He's down there. What is... I mean, I would argue this is not a catch. I would argue this is not a catch. The ball looks like it's moving like crazy. But at the same time, looking at the Jackson Smith and Jigba one earlier, like, this is more of a catch than that one was. In my book. So, I don't know what they're going to call. Tim, you should... The NFL look to Japan to transition sumo wrestlers for offense, defensive linemen. Works somewhat with soccer and rugby players. Yeah, I don't think it works very well. Because I feel like sumo, isn't it a lot of grabbing and like throwing people like with their momentum and whatnot? I feel like they've tried and it doesn't, for some reason it doesn't quite translate. That's what's in my head. Is when I looked into this in the past, I feel like it was like, for some reason it does not translate like you would expect. You don't give Stafford extra opportunities? Yeah. I would check that dude's bank account after the game to see if he got paid. Oof. I mean, I don't know what they're about to call here. I literally don't know. My opinion is it's an incomplete pass. That's my opinion. Like George Costanza after getting a massage from a man, it moved. Yeah. Yeah. Polynesian players are good overall. Are you Irish? I have Irish in me or something. I don't know. I'm a mutt. I'm American. All right, we're still waiting for them to figure this out. Commercial has been forever. There's 2:06 to go in the third quarter. We're either going to have a potential 4-point game after an extra point, or it's going to be back to an 11-point game, 2nd and 10, with the Rams having the ball down by 11. We're still waiting. They confirm it. Okay. Again, confirm. To me, it's moving like crazy when he's already out of bounds. But again, the NFL doesn't know what the heck a catch is, so it's now it's now a touchdown, and they will attempt an extra point here with Mavis to make it back to a 4-point game. That was a huge penalty for Mullen. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it's now 31-27 with 2:06 to go in the third quarter, and we got a game. Yeah, we do have a game. Yep. Can the Seahawks offense continue to pour it on this Rams defense? Seems like they've kept a pretty balanced attack this far. Let's take a look here. They're getting a little bit off balance. Sam Darnold, 27 attempts to 17 carries thus far. 76% Irish. I don't know what I am. Probably not all that high Irish, but I don't know. I've got all sorts of stuff in me, I feel like. My last name's German. But there's the kick. And it'll be caught at about the 5-yard line. Here's the return for Shaheed. Shaheed will get swallowed up at about the 27-yard line. Great job by the Rams defense to not let that guy get loose. Ooh, Ahmad Wari, the rookie, getting into Tariq Woolen's face like, come on, dog. That was stupid. What are we doing here? We have a chance to get off the field with an 11-point lead, get our offense the ball back, and then you give up a touchdown right after one of those stupid penalties I've ever seen in my life? Here we go. Single back formation. Man in motion here, left to right here is Saubert. I mean, that was a huge penalty if they lose this game. Unbelievable penalty. Rashid Shaheed on the reverse, and he gets around the edge, but only back to the line of scrimmage. Great job there by the Rams to force him really flat at the point, at his height point, to not let him turn and get momentum, because that guy, we've seen it so many times, a couple of times in the playoffs as well, or at least one time in the playoffs, but we saw a couple of times earlier in the year, this guy can absolutely get flying. I'm 100 proof Irish. There you go. 2nd and 10. In the shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield here with Darnold. 2nd and 10 at their own 27. 1 second on the play clock, takes a snap, play action. Looking to throw, pressure coming, has to roll to his right, and Sam Darnold will just get rid of the football to live to see another play. Now it's 3rd down and 10. When these two teams play, we have cinema. Can Sam Darnold's offense continue to pour it on? Looking to repatriate Ireland. 1:06 to go in the third. 3 and 10. 3rd and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Can they keep this drive moving? Empty backfield set. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. JSN goes in motion. Has to get reset, though, because there's 2 guys in motion. 1 second. Now takes the snap. Blitz coming. Quick throw to the left side. It's going to be Kenneth Walker, and Kenneth Walker will dive near the first down marker, and they will give him the first down. Keeps the drive moving. Let's take a look. Does he get out of bounds beforehand? It looks good. First down, Seahawks. Here we go. It's a 4-point game. Seattle on top. Can the Rams overcome? Could be the final play of the third quarter here. Helani, the running back. Single back formation. Sam Darnold's going to go in, shift into the... Oh, that's going to have to be a timeout. No, they do get the playoff. Darnold looking, somehow pumping, escaping to his right, checks it down underneath, and Helani will get a nice gain out of it. Gain of 5, where, man, they were literally moving with 2 seconds left, with multiple people moving with 2 seconds left. They had to get reset, and that was one of the longest 2 seconds I've ever witnessed, I feel like. And they get the playoff, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. 2nd and 5 for Seahawks at their own 42 when we return. All right. So it's a Jet lineman. I was going back to this real quick. Jets lineman. This is tough. Jets lineman. Jets lineman. Who's the Jets? The only one that's coming to my mind right now is Elijah Vera Tucker and Alohu Fushano. I know I'm pretty sure they used to have Morgan Moses. I'm pretty sure at one point they had who's that huge Mekhi Becton? I don't know. Not very much, maybe 5 inches, 6 inches or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to say because like the ice, the rain or whatever came and knocked it back down. It may have been at 7 inches at some point, but it's not that anymore. It's maybe like 4 inches now. I don't know. I don't remember. I should know, I feel like, but... Oh, wait, hold on. No, that was the... I think Tucker Kraft, the tight end. Oh, I'm having a brain blast. Hold on. Is this him? It's an Ohio State kid, I think. Kraft was an Ohio State running back, but he was also... There was a lineman. Blonde hair, I'm pretty sure. Oh, if that's him, I'm going to be irritated. Ohio State offensive lineman, maybe even a center, long blonde hair. I don't know. That's I'm going to look it up now because it's not coming to me. What was his name? Tipton. It's Joe Tipton, isn't it? That's the guy I was thinking of. Oh, but he doesn't have... Oh, no. Then I'm completely off. Never mind. Not who I was thinking of. I think it is who I was thinking of, but I had the wrong team completely. It was the wrong red. Wisconsin, and he's not blonde. He does have long hair, though. This is the guy I was pretty sure that's the guy I was actually thinking of, but was way off. Anyway, is that him? I don't know. Oh, it's not even him anyway. Okay. Elijah Vera Tucker says he's healthy. How is it not Vera Tucker? The John Simpson from Baltimore they got him? I mean, that's just absurd if it is. No? All right, here we go. Started the fourth quarter. Single back formation. 2 receivers each way. Takes the snap, drops back, looking, steps up, rolling to his left side. Darnold pumping, and he's going to keep it and run it for a first down into Rams territory. Sam Darnold. Big conversion. Wait, is it? Did I just spell Vera wrong? Oh. Who else could it be? No, he's too young. I'm so confused. Whatever. DeBrickashaw Ferguson, that's right. Single back formation. Man in motion is Bobo from left to right. Takes the snap. Handoff. No, keeping it is Darnold and a huge sack. Kitchen flies in for a 9-yard sack. 2nd and 19 now at the Seattle 47. Sam Darnold can't believe he's not getting protected here. I mean, it looks pretty clean to me. I mean, you're fighting to stay up. I mean, I have to bring you down. If that was a roughing the passer call, I would have flipped my lid. I mean, come on, dude. Like, I have to get him down. He's not going to just go down, and I can't just wrap him up, and then he freaking throws it away for an incomplete pass or something. Darnold takes the snap, 4-man rush, looking, pumping, quick throw underneath. It'll be caught by Cooper Kupp, who gets back across midfield to about the 48-yard line. So 3rd down and 15 for the Seahawks. Still hasn't snowed in Seattle. I don't think it will this year. It never snows in Seattle, right? Isn't that like a area of the globe that only rains? Because, like, I don't know, however the climate works or something? That like only rains in Seattle. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. All right, here we go. In the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Sam Darnold puts Walker in motion. Oh, Verse gets called for a neutral zone infraction. A hard count works. A free 5 yards. Makes it a 3rd down and 10 instead of a 3rd and 15. Jared Verse gets called for it. All right, 3rd and 10. That could be huge. 3rd and 10s, I'm sure, have a much higher success rate than a 3rd and 15. All right. 3 receivers to the left. Empty backfield set here for Darnold. Man in motion is Kupp from left to right. Looks like man-to-man defense coming from the Rams. Takes a snap, looking. Darnold, pressure, gets rid of it over to the right side, and is batted down. Looking for Rashid Shaheed. And that is Kobe Durant knocking it down. And it'll be a forced punt coming here for the Seahawks. Great coverage by Kobe Durant. That would have been a 1st down, too. But he's great punch to knock it away. All right, 4th and 10. Dixon comes in to punt it away. I think this is the first time we've seen Dixon. No, it's just the first time in a while. Feels like a million years ago we saw Dixon punt. There's the kick. And it will be caught at the 11. Oh, I guess we did have, I just didn't think about him punting, but I guess we did have that muff punt earlier. So, nonetheless. Snowless in Seattle, that's right. Thermostat Tim knows how weather works. More at 11? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a freaking expert. Meteorologist. I know just as much as the meteorologists do. They're wrong all the time. Let's see. Last time it snowed in Seattle. Well, light snow occurs annually in Seattle. The last major notable snowfall in Seattle occurred in 2019, when a historic 10-day streak of heavy wet snow resulted in over 20 inches accumulated. So they have a light snow that occurs. Seattle averages just 6.3 inches of snow a winter. So all of winter they average 6.3 inches. There you go. If you don't know, now you know. It snowed, but it didn't stick. Yeah. Well, that's what I was. But it's fine. I mean, I didn't know. That's cool. Now you know something. I live in a desert. Excuse me. It snowed today. That don't mean nothing. Nothing. Needs to rain to clean all the. Oh, jeez. That muff pump that led to a touchdown and a taunting penalty that led to the touchdown kind of offset each other. So I feel this is a fair score. Seattle was up by 4 when LA muffed that punt. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that Seattle got one extra benefit with the that catch before halftime that I don't believe was a catch, but then I guess you could also say it was offset though with the Puka Nacua. I don't think it was a catch. So yeah, I think you're probably about right. It's roughly a fair score. Oh yeah, Seattle's crap. All right, here we go. They punted it away. Now the Rams have the ball back, down by 4 with 12:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Winner goes to the Super Bowl at their own 10-yard line. Here comes Matt Stafford and company. Single back formation here. Obviously, plenty of time to go to your entire playbook. Man in motion is Puka Nacua from right to left. Takes the snap. Handoff to the left side. Here is Corum. Corum finds a nice crease, bouncing off tacklers, and he'll get a 10-yard gain for a first down to get this drive started. Don't forget the missed face mask. There was a missed face mask. That's true. 12th man ain't no factor tonight. I mean, I'm sure there, but I see what you're saying. Like, usually that factor makes it way harder to score. 27 points against the Seahawks team at home is quite impressive. Here we go. Under 12 minutes to go. 2 receivers each way. Man in motion is Parkinson. 3 receivers away. Takes the snap. Play action. Good job. Steps up. Throws underneath. Caught by Corum. Corum down the left side. Cuts up the middle. Slips a tackle and tripped up now at the 36-yard line of the Rams. Blake Corum getting this thing started here for the Rams. How many states have you been to, Tim? Ballpark 32 off the top of my head. I haven't counted it in a while. Here we go. Single back formation. Takes the snap, play action. Rolling to his right side. Now steps up, pressure coming, gets rid of it. Onto the backside, has Kyron Williams with it, makes a nice move. Stays on his feet, still going. And he goes out of bounds to the 49-yard line of the Rams. Just shy of midfield. Kyron Williams showing some shake and bake there on Witherspoon. Bouncing off tacklers as well. Kyron Williams. Ooh. Okay, good job there by number 99. Williams backing off the QB hit to make sure he not get called for a penalty. All right, here we go. Question is, do you want to score fast or slow? I just want to score here. I would say relatively fast is probably a little bit better. Takes the snap, play action, roll to his right. Matt Stafford looking, going deep, going for it all, and way too far. Mumfield, the intended target. Only Woolen had a real chance at getting that catch. Matt Stafford went out there and just launched that thing. Felt like he was a young guy. Here we go. 10:21 to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 at their own 49. Matt Stafford goes under center, takes the snap, play action, stepping up, pumping, throws underneath, caught by Parkinson. Parkinson stiff arms a man, and he will dive near the 35-yard line. The Rams offense is absolutely humming right now. Just Matt Stafford doing a great job locating his guys. Good protection, just enough to make sure that he can find the routes. Parkinson just punches Hall right in the face with a stiff arm. Crazy. All right. 3 receivers bunched to the left side. And the shotgun takes the snap, looking to throw. Stafford looking, pumping, now throws underneath. It'll be caught by Corum, and Corum will get swooped up immediately by the rookie Amonwori. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 now. Just over 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. A field goal here would be interesting. Makes it a 1-point game, and a field goal could then take the lead potentially. Here we go. Stafford in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Stafford, quick check down underneath by Corum. Corum will get spun down about 1.5 yards shy of the first down marker. I like the chrome blue helmets tonight, since they from LA. They might have glitter them out. 8.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. That's Stafford, 17 for 26, 311 yards, 3 touchdowns tonight. Not too shabby. Goes under center. Big potential yard here for the Rams. Rivers, the running back, takes the snap, play action. Looking to throw over the middle. Caught by... No, it's dropped! Parkinson could not hang on! Now it's 3rd down and a long one. What will the Rams do? Rams are going to go for it. Oh, that may have been tipped. Did that get a hand on it? Was Nwosu? I think he barely got a fingertip on it and made it just enough to be an adjustment for Parkinson to not quite be able to bring it in. Here we go. They have the offense on the field, 4th and 1. Matt Stafford in the shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Puts a man in motion. Stafford takes the snap, looking to throw. Stafford pumping. Matt Stafford keeps it, and he stays on his feet! Matt Stafford will not be denied! And he gets first down yardage with his legs. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and the drive continues. Rivers was open for a first down, but Matt Stafford didn't want to trust anybody right now. He wanted that first down himself. Here we go. Matt Stafford goes under center. Under 8 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. In a 4-minute game, a 4-point game, takes the snap. Oh, they may have gotten him offside or something happened. And he gets stuffed for no game as Corum. And it's going to be a Boye Mafe with a 5-yard defensive offsides penalty. That'll be a 5-yard penalty into the red zone. Go the Rams at the Seattle 18-yard line. Poof. Bro's pulling a John Elway, right? If Seahawks lose, that flag would go down and feed me. You're not lying, dude. You're not lying. That would be a big one. All right. Matt Stafford, frustrated. He lost his hand warmer. I wonder if they got it back to him. On that play, he didn't use his hand warmer. Now he wants his hand warmer back, I think. All right, here we go. 1st and 5. Blake Corum, the running back, single back formation. 10 seconds on the play clock. Puts a man in motion as Smith from right to left. Takes the snap, play action. Setting up. Pumping. Matt Stafford's going to keep it. And then he shuffles it here to Nacua. Nacua will get the first down yardage. They were trying to set up a screen to the left. And he ends up shuffle passing it to the right with Puka Nacua. Stafford pulling rabbits out of a hat now? Yeah, no kidding. All right, 1st and 10 now in the red zone at the, what is this? At the 12. In the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Matt Stafford takes the snap, looking to throw. Pumping, now throws underneath. It'll be caught by Puka Nacua, who came out of the backfield to the 7-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up here now. We got a game in Seattle, ladies and gentlemen. 6 minutes to go. All right. Just crossed the 6-minute mark. It's going to be second down and, second and 4 at the 7, or second and 5 at the 7. Man in motion here is Whittington. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Kyron, who gets tripped up by Knight. Knight flies in. Tyrese Knight making a nice tackle. So now it's third down and about 4.5 or so. Sean McVay barking orders out there. Here we go. This is getting intense. You're not lying. Stafford in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Big third down here. Can the Seattle Seahawks hold him to a field goal? Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Pumping. Stafford steps up. Stafford pumps again. Now throws into the end zone. And reaching for it is Mumfield, but Witherspoon knocks it down. And now the Rams will have a decision to make with 4:59 to go in the fourth quarter. Do they keep the offense on the field? Great coverage up by Job on Devontae Adams. So he was not a target. Puka Nacua, he was doubled. Ooh, he may have had it. He thought about it. But then he just ends up zipping it out there to Mumfield, but too far inside. They keep the offense on the field. The pressure is on. 3 receivers to the right. Matt Stafford in the shotgun. 7 seconds to the play clock. Man in motion, takes the snap, looking to throw, pumping. Stafford has time, throws to the back of the end zone, incomplete. And it's going to be a turnover. Seattle takes over in their own territory at their own 6 with 4:54 to go in the fourth quarter. I don't like it. I just don't. I think that a field goal would have been completely reasonable here, because then you could go for a field goal to potentially win it. If you have to get, your defense has to get a stop no matter how you slice it. There's 5 minutes on the clock. You have to get a stop. Whether you have the lead or have a deficit, doesn't matter. You have to get a stop. And now you have to get a stop and a touchdown. If you settle for a field goal there, you can get a stop and a field goal winning with Mevis. But I guess they want to put the ball in Matt Stafford's hands rather than Harrison Mevis for the win. So that is what they will do. Ooh, predicting it will, huh? All right, Seattle with a big turnover on downs there. Can the Seahawks just ice this out with their own football? I mean, they have 94 yards between them and pay dirt to ice this clock out. Safety, then field goal? If they get a safety here, that's insane. That would be the most Sam Darnold thing I could imagine happening right now. He had such an incredible season, insane season for his standards, incredible last 2 seasons, and then he just makes one of the biggest bonehead moves and somehow takes a safety on this play. You know Stafford is going to get it back and just gunslinging this game over. We'll see. I mean, it ain't that easy against this defense, man. Seattle's real. The winner of this game will win the Super Bowl. That's my opinion, to be honest with you. Probably won't get a stop. Have to have that touchdown there. Gone for 2 in a long time ago. No. You have to get a stop either way you slice it. No matter what you do, you just have to get a stop. All right, here we go. Under 4:54 to go in the game. All 3 timeouts for both teams. Single back formation. Darnold. Kill, kill, kill. It's under center. Takes the snap. Hand off to the left side. Cuts it up the middle. Slips the first tackle. And he'll get it to about the 10-yard line. Gain of 4. Clock continues to run. The Rams will save their timeouts for now. Is this currently the best rivalry in the NFL? This season, I would argue, yeah. This was a great rivalry, for sure. Yeah, I would say this season. I mean, currently, like in the last 10 years, no. But in this season, yeah. Takes a snap, hand off. Nope, play action. Darnold looking, stepping up. Quick throw underneath. It'll be caught by Walker. Walker runs backwards, slips the tackle. He gets more. First down, still going. And he's going to get to the 25-yard line. Kenneth Walker doing some dancing. And now this is where the Rams defense needs to make their stand. You give up another first down, especially after a couple of plays. The Seahawks are looking at going to the Super Bowl. Look at the entire sideline of the Seahawks just in awe of what Walker's doing. Nobody's cheering him on. Nobody's doing anything. They're just like... 3.5 to go in the fourth. Single back formation. Rashichi goes in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Straight ahead. And Walker will dive ahead for a gain of a couple. So the Rams will use their first of 3 timeouts here with 3:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, if another first down is deadly. How do you slice your Sammys? Diagonal or vertical? I don't slice my Sammys, but my wife makes me do diagonal when I cut hers. As a Skins fan, who you want and who do you think we hire as the next DC? I have no idea who we're going to. I have no predictions right now. I wanted Gannon, so now I don't know who I want. I don't really care, I guess. I'll let them trust. I trust the process. I like the guys in the front office, so I'll ride with whoever they pick. 3:26 to go. Here we go. 3:26 to go. In the shotgun here with Darnold. They're getting aggressive. Man in motion. Saubert. Trying to get him to jump. Doesn't work. Man in motion is Barner. Takes a snap. Play action. Looking to throw. Darnold goes to the right side, and he's incomplete. Looking for Shaheed. And now the clock stops, which saves the Rams a timeout. And now they're probably going to have to go for a pass here. So they could potentially have 2 timeouts with plenty of time. The Seahawks not playing conservative, wanting to get aggressive. Ooh, there's a big argument for a flag here. Yeah, that's a good flag. That flag would have been reasonable. The receivers to the left side in the shotgun here is Darnold. 2 seconds, 1 second on the play clock, and the Seahawks will call timeout with only 1 second on the play clock. So a big 3rd down and 8. The crowd wanted a penalty here. Not going to get it. I don't know if he would have caught it anyway. It was not a great throw by Darnold. So I'm kind of glad they didn't just throw a flag just to bail them out there. I mean, I understand it. I agree it would have been a flag, but I think that would have been a pretty ticky-tacky one. That would have sucked to ice this game on with one of those. I do crust. Oh, my sandwich is diagonally. Saints for Rams 2019 championship vibes. 114 of you in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for being a part of the channel today. Hello, Kylie. How are you? All right, here we go. 3:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Seahawks have it 3rd down and 8. A first down here would be massive for the Seahawks' chances to win this game. They're already looking good, but that would really put the screws on this Rams team. 3rd down and 8. In the shotgun, empty backfield set, Sam Darnold on an island. Here we go. Now Barner goes in motion. They shift into a running back position. 3 receivers to the right. Halani on his left. Now Cooper Kupp goes in motion. Takes a snap. Blitz coming. Darnold steps up. Throws underneath. It will be caught. And he's going to... Oh! Oh, did he... Oh, this is going to be crazy close. I don't know what the... I don't even know. He caught it diving near the end zone. The ball comes out as the ball is... As he's hitting the ground. Are they saying that he had enough plays to... enough feet on the ground to count it as a run? I think that that's what they're saying. Cooper Kupp making the catch. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think so. And he dives in. That's a catch for sure. Not a fumble. Now it's just, did he get the first down? Yeah, that looks like a clean catch. He's got 2 feet in, diving for the first down marker, boop, boop, and then reaching for the first down. That's a football move. That is a catch. Does he get to the first down marker? At that last little second, did he get... I think he got there on the last little effort. The Rams already used their timeout. Now they're talking about challenging it, but now you can't challenge it because you did the timeout. So it's definitely a catch ruled down by contact, but now does he get the first or not? Does his knee come down early? If the knee comes down early, what is that? Does that right knee come down right? Or is it the left knee right there? Does that knee come down? I don't think so, but they don't show the back angle. So for now, it's a first down. I don't know if I'm assuming they're going to review it. And yeah, they confirm it. Single back formation. Man in motion here. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Walker. Walker trying to find some room. No, nothing there. He gets tackled in the final timeout now of the Rams. So 2 more plays will get him to the 2-minute warning. Matt Stafford will have to travel the field. Best case scenario, well, I shouldn't say best case scenario. Assuming the Seahawks do not get a first down and they end up punting it away, they will have it with about 2 minutes, unless they throw an incomplete pass. If I'm a Seahawks, I'm getting aggressive, though. I want that first down. Got to get the first down. First down ices this game out completely. Here we go. There's that Seahawks defense sitting on the bench, ready, if called, to ice this game out. But they would love to see the offense just continue to move the football and call this thing a day. Single back formation at their own 35-yard line. Man in motion is Shaheed from left to right. Darnold takes the snap. Play action. Darnold looking, rolling to his right. And on the move, has his man. And Jackson Smith-Njigba, does he get in bounds and stop the clock? Yes, he does for now. And they continue the clock. Oh, that's huge. Jackson Smith-Njigba, what a fantastic route. Does he get his knee in bounds when he goes down? Oh, no, he went out of bounds. Oh, that foot went out of bounds. The clock should be stopped right now. Did they add clock back? Hold on. I think that should have been ruled out of bounds. It looked like his foot slid out. Wow. If he gets out of bounds, that changes everything. This is interesting. Does he have possession? Yeah, I think so. The possession is not a problem, I don't think. It's just, did he get out of bounds? Yep, the Randall steps out of bounds. So that's huge because it stops the clock, even though it's a first down, because that will not allow them to get to the 2-minute warning here on this play. So the Rams get a little bit of life here, but this is obviously still really dire straits. Sean McVay cannot get his defense to get off the field. Here we go. Single back formation here at their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Walker. Walker will get a gain of 3 on the play. So it's now 2nd and 7 as the clock continues to run. They just got to run the ball here, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. They can then run one more play and get to about 1 minute and 10 seconds. But the first down ends this game here. If they get another first down, the game is over. They've been aggressive this whole drive. Why not one more time? Takes the snap. Play action. Darnold rolling to his left. Pressure off to the oh, it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the secondary, and the game is over. The Rams lose. Colby Durant gets defensive holding, and Mike McDonald and the Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. Defense number 14, defensive holding, automatic first down. The game, set, and match. Wow, that's really ticky-tack. Really ticky-tack, but nonetheless. Oh, wait, does he have it in his shoulder pad? Okay, never mind. From that angle, you can see he's in the shoulder pad. So there's the defensive holding. Okay, yep, the ref had a much better angle on that. And that is clearly a defensive holding. And it is a game over. They run it to get to the 2-minute warning. I guess technically it's not game over. Technically. They need one more first down because they didn't get to the 2-minute warning. Okay, never mind. It's still in dire straits. I mean, they're going to have like 20 seconds left-ish. And, oh gosh, look at him go. Frickin' Kenneth Walker is a beast. All right. A first down, the game's absolutely over. If you run it here, let's say 4 seconds off the clock, then another 40 seconds. That's a minute and 16 seconds. Then you run another play, another 4 seconds, minute and 12. That will get you to 32 seconds. Then you punt it. It'll be around 28 seconds remaining. No, 23 seconds remaining, something like that. Best case scenario now at this point, pretty much. I guess if you throw it in incomplete, that gives the Rams a little bit more time. Because that defensive holding happened before the 2-minute warning, it did give the Rams a little bit of life. Wow. Wow. Just going to be ticked when they see Darnold win the trophy? Yeah. I mean, the Jets fans are automatically ticked. You either see the Patriots win again or Sam Darnold. You're in a lose-lose if you're a Jets world. Somehow you've reached a new low watching either Sam Darnold or the Patriots win the Super Bowl. Sad way to end the game. Wish we got another drive for the Rams. Hey, as I said before, they even failed the thing. They needed to get a stop either way, and this Clint Kubiak, Sam Darnold, and the offense didn't let him. They didn't let him get the stop. I wanted another drive. Jessica's predicting a first down. We'll see. Didn't we all agree that Seattle was going to win Super Bowl after they spanked San Francisco? I was rooting for the Rams. I picked Seattle. I did pick Seattle, so my pick is right. But I was rooting for the Rams. All right. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, here we go. All right. First down, the game is over. See what happens here. You know they're going to give it to Kenneth Walker. Single back formation. Sam Darnold puts a man in motion, his cup. Darnold takes the snap, handoff up the middle, and he gets blown up in the backfield for a couple of yards lost. All right, clock is moving with 35 seconds, so they can get it down to around 112. Right? Or no, 117. Is that what it is? Quick maths. 115. Quick maths. Okay. They can get it to 115 here. Sam Darnold hurries up to the line. 2 seconds, 1 second, and they will use the timeout with 1 second on there, so it's 1minute and 15 seconds. You run another 5-ish seconds off the clock, you get it to 30 seconds. And here we go. Now I think the Pats could win. Yeah, because of Sam Darnold. You never know. Don't worry, I got only $50 in my bank account. Yeah, you know, I didn't even think about this beforehand, but man, how many like repeat Super Bowls could have there been? Right? Seahawks, Denver, Seahawks, Patriots, Rams, Patriots. The only one that would have been new would have been Rams, Denver. That would have been the only one new in the last 20 years. Actually, really, in the last 10 years. In the shotgun, scanning the field, puts a man in motion, is Jigba. Takes the snap, play action, and he gets blown up immediately. And with 112 seconds, that's when the clock added. So now it'll be around 32 seconds. They will punt it away. And Matt Stafford and the Rams will have a potential at a miracle. Brady said, I always preferred plays where we blocked the defensive tackle. All right, here we go. They will have, here's the punt coming from Dixon. I mean, you got to go all out block here. There's the snap, there's the punt, no block. And it will be caught by Williams at the 8-yard line with 25 seconds remaining. Some Hail Mary shenanigans here in Seattle. All right, here we go. Matt Stafford comes onto the field. He's got the receivers to potentially do this, but they now have to be absolutely perfect. Sheesh. 25 seconds remaining at their own 7. 93 yards between them and the Super Bowl. Can they do the impossible? 2 receivers each way. Matt Stafford in the shotgun. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Stafford steps up. Throws it over the middle of the field. It's going to be caught. Got to hurry up to spike it. They catch it at the 30. Hurrying up. 16, 15, 12, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. And they spike it with 10. So they have to get out of bounds if they were to do that again. Matt Stafford could throw it 70 yards. Let's see. Yeah, that's Tom Brady's just talking about it. If you could get about 12 to 15 yards down the sideline, Matt Stafford has the arm to get it there, and we could see an unbelievable finish to this game. Matt Stafford scanning the field in the shotgun, 3 receivers bunched to the left side, and the Seahawks will use a timeout here. Yep, called the timeout. You could see the ref running onto the field before the play was called. That crowd is so loud, you cannot hear any sort of whistles. All right, Sean McVay is telling Matt Stafford what to do here. Here we go. 10 seconds remaining. You get tackled in bounds, the game is over. Here we go. 3 receivers to the left side. At their own 30, Matt Stafford takes the snap. Dropping back to pass, looking, Stafford throws over to the right side, has his man, is Nacua. Does he get out of bounds? No, the clock is running, and the game is over. They say the clock keeps running. They have to review this, and for now, the game is over. Are they not reviewing it? I mean, it could be he's in bounds. Let's take a look. It's close. He's going to make the catch. 1, 2. And yep, the butt was in bounds. And the clock runs. Good call there by the ref in the moment. His knee is down. His butt is down. Yep, that is a game, set, match. And we will have a repeat Super Bowl. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the New England Patriots. The last time we saw these two battle it out, there was a dispute at what should have happened at the 1-yard line. And so we should have another fantastic matchup. I don't think anybody are on these two respective teams that were there except for the owners. But here we go. All right. We have a great Super Bowl matchup. We have the number 2 seed in the AFC, the number 1 seed in the NFC, and we got a game coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate all of you that have hung out in the chat, hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button, supporting the channel monetarily, whether it be the super chats or the donation links below, all of it. Appreciate it. I will see you guys for the Super Bowl, and hit the like and the notification bell, and see you then. And until next time, see ya!